Hello everyone and welcome back to the Mouse Diva channel. I have another bookish video for you.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving pictures.
What's up, Doc?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
I have an addiction. And the first step to fixing, curing that addiction is admitting it, right? That's not gonna work in this case. I am now a subscriber of another book subscription box. I know, and I was doing so good, guys. Last year, I actually canceled 3 of my book subscription boxes. 3 of them. And I said, no more. And of course, everybody's heard of Book of the Month. They've been around for bukus of years. This subscription box has been around since the late 20s. No way. No, they didn't have subscription boxes back then. But they did. Anyway, okay. I bit the bullet, and for months I've been thinking about doing this. You know, your first book is just $5. You know, your first hardback, $5. But the last few months I've been looking, and the books they, you know, that for that month, and they offer like 5, 6 books. None of them really stood out to me. So I waited until I ordered like the last week in December. And this is January. I thought, what a great month to start. January 2025. Just paid $5 for that first book. And you can too. If you're thinking about Book of the Month Club, would love for you to click on the Refer a Friend link that I have down at the bottom. Now, Book of the Month gives you an option when you purchase. Normally the books are $16.99 a month. You know, one book, $16.99. You can get add-ons if there's more that you like. But if you commit to buying 3 months, so 3 books, that drops down to $14.99 per book. Sign me up. Hey, I like saving $6. That gets me closer to another book. So, let's open this up because there's a little something special inside here because of when I ordered. That's right. Oh, I got a ball cap with it. It was free. I love ball caps. I don't have any bookish ball caps. So book person, that's me. And it says books, Book of the Month. It's not trucker style, which, you know, that mesh trucker style. I'm so glad it's this kind. It's denim. I love denim. And oh, that's funny. Even the inside says Book of the Month. So, oh yeah, it's perfect. I love it. So, what book did I pick for this month? Let's just say I'm really glad that I only paid $5 for this book. So, only because it's a very thin, small book. So there is only 100, let's see. Wow, really? I thought it was even less than that. So it's 180 pages. I really thought it was less than that. And I'm really curious though. I hope this is the case. On the back, it says January 2025. Like, it lets you know what month. And of course it has, you know, you're putting it on your shelf. They're all going to line up because it's going to have that Book of the Month there. I really do hope that that is the case because I think that's cool. But even cooler than that, oh my gosh, you know, one of the first things I do when I get a book is take that jacket off. because I want to see what's underneath. Don't we all want to know what's underneath? Oh, I was so impressed. Look, it's like this gold embossed January 2025 with their logo. I don't know, I just love this. And look, I like the way this looks. It has their logo up there, but I just love that it is stamped with this. That is just, oh, that is just gorgeous. And the fact that it lets you know that it's book of the month. It's like, you know, my other book subscription boxes, you know, I have to keep something in it to let me know that I got it out of that book subscription box. This way I don't have to. So, what is this book about, you ask? Well, here's the thing. So when I ordered it, I knew kind of what it was about. I read the, you know, the synopsis. And when it came, I'm like, I really don't remember what this was about at all. So I did not read the synopsis. Did not want to know. It was a short book. I said, I'm going to read this, then do the, you know, film this, so I can also give you a review on the book. You know what? Let me just tell you some of the notes, some of the things I thought before I read this, so that you can get my actual reaction. So the notes I wrote about this book, first of all, there are no chapters. There's a part, kind of like a part 2, but basically no chapters. There's really not a lot of dialogue in it, which is totally fine. By page 9, I'm wondering, who is this person? Like, I don't get it. The main character, she is, you know, talking in first person. She's telling her story. But she's talking more about her boss than anything else. Now, I did write down one, I did make this one special note. My favorite quote in this book is, my mom turned 50 and I realized that she was getting old. I'm over 50. Oh my gosh, do my kids look at me and go, ugh, my mom's getting old. She's over 50. And then I think back to when I was a kid. Now, my kids are grown, age 20 to 25. But when I was younger than that, I remember thinking 30 was old. So I'm guessing my kids think I'm old. Well, old people like to read, so there's that. Okay, so part 2 of the book, it's basically talking, basically the second main character of the book. It's basically that person's story. So I'm thinking, I thought this book was like about a publisher, editor, a publication company, something about books. It does talk a little bit, but mainly it just gives their story and their story working together, kind of. Anyway, let's read the synopsis and see if it triggers anything on why I picked this book over other books. Now, I can tell you one reason I did. What I like about Book of the Month is that they actually give you, they're not trigger warnings. It's more of like categories. You know, this book, let's see what it says. A young editor develops a close bond with her boss. And in this shrewd novel between about the tension between tradition and modernity and expectations and reality. That's not what got me. The publishing house is anchored like a ship along Stockholm's main street, a large bright building with an impressive rooftop terrace. A facade is a grid of wood and granite, flags with the cursive R. Okay, this is not how they describe that. I don't think they did the synopsis. There must be another description that they gave, because so far that's not intriguing. A young woman starts as an intern at this institution and over many years gains more and more responsibility for its authors and books, all under the supervision of Gunnar, who's the publishing director. and the most prestigious imprint behind the finest literature. Over time, their relationship transforms into something neither of them can truly define, perhaps built on mutual trust, or is it something else? I gotta go look online because I don't think that's... I think Book of the Month gives you like a different type of description. So let's go check on that.
And this is why I picked this book, because this sounds interesting to me.
So all in all, I gave this book 3 stars because the writing was good. I liked the writing. I like the thought in the story. I like the characters. The characters have they're thinking deeply, and they're both intellectual. But there was just something missing, and the way it ended, I really didn't like the way it ended at all. Now this was translated. This was originally not in English. So I'm really glad it was a short book because there are so many other books on my TBR right now. My TBR that I know is going to pull me in, and I just won't be able to put down. Now I did read this and in 3 nights. So 2 hours here, an hour here, 45 minutes here, that type of thing. So I did finish it rather quickly, but it's a short book. I'm going to quite enjoy Book of the Month. I like the price that I like the fact that I'm only paying, my first book, $5. The next 3, $14.99. And then after that, only $16.99. I'm good with that. And then I get to pick my own book. One of the book subscription boxes I had canceled this year was because the books, just after reading 2 of them, I realized these books aren't for me. So I went ahead and let that one go. I like the stuff that came in the box, but the genre of the books just were not for me. So I would love to know, have you read anything by Therese? I don't think it's Bobbin, maybe? Have you read anything by her? Let me know. And I'd also like to know what you are currently reading. Oh, by the way, I just put up it'll be gone by the time you see it, but follow me on Instagram because there could be more. I just put this up. And to help me with my TBR, and this is how it's going so far. Now, whichever book doesn't make it is going to go on to next month. So follow me on Instagram so you can vote for a book that's going to go on February's TBR. Until the next page. I also got a bookmark. I almost missed that.